Hey guys, Paul Ryan coming in. So this is Paul Ryan just introduced and coming up to speak.
Hello, CPAC. How you doing?
So everyone sounds pretty excited to hear him.
Thank you. Matt, thank you for that second introduction. I understand there's some Ron Paul fans here. You know, Rand Paul too. I'm the other Paul. Ron Paul's a friend, a colleague of mine, and he is a big Green Bay Packer fan. So the rest of you have got to get on board, all right?
This is Keith and Rodney checking in right now, showing you a 2-minute activist panel.
A great story. Join me in welcoming him.
It's a great time to be a conservative activist because Obama is not the rock star he was 2 years ago when everyone from Jay-Z to Young Jeezy was singing his praises. Just last week, the rapper Diddy came out and said that he's disappointed with Obama's performance. And you know that Obama is in trouble if he loses his hip-hop friends because it's just a little too late for him to date Taylor Swift so she can write a love song about him. Hi, I'm Katie Keeper, and I blog at katiekeeper.com. After college, I worked in commercial real estate, and most recently, I started a multimedia website where I post videos including interviews with young entrepreneurs. I blog about business, sports, current events, and do all of it from a conservative perspective. Most recently, I headlined the Tea Party's convention in St. Paul, Minnesota at our state capitol. But my victories as a student activist include starting a nonprofit organization that funded a conservative newspaper, which I published on campus, and then I built a website for that newspaper so that all of the archives were available online. I also won several nationally recognized victories when I brought conservative speakers to my campus, including Ann Coulter, in the face of great antagonism from my college administration. I've learned through my own successes that the one thing you need to do in order to win victories is make friends. Specifically, you need to make friends with conservative media and conservative legal professionals. When you have a story, pitch that story, such as your city is raising property taxes or your college is refusing to allow a conservative speaker to campus. Pitch that story to bloggers and journalists and radio hosts, and they will help you broadcast that story across the entire country, and suddenly your college or your city council will have a black eye for discriminating against conservative ideas or free market principles. You also want to befriend conservative legal professionals. I found that you're more likely to win as an activist if you act like a professional, and conservative lawyers are usually very helpful in just advising you on how to respond to emails or prepare for meetings, whether it's with a liberal college administration or with a city council member. Now don't forget, I want you to email me with your conservative victory stories so that we can get them posted up on katiekeeper.com.
And I'm a community organizer for conservatives. And we've had a very interesting past 2 years in the state of Utah. Just like around the country, the Tea Party has taken over. And many of you might ask, organizing conservatives, you know, what kind of organizing do you have to do in Utah? But honestly, just like the rest of the country, there's a tremendous amount of apathy. So let me tell you about what we did. I first got started in co-founding the Davis County 912 Project. Our call to action happened just a little less than actually 2 years ago. And now we have over 1,000 members across our county. We're currently mentoring groups around our own state and as well as around the country. And just over a year ago, we actually partnered with other leaders around our state. We actually partnered for a special project known as Operation ABB. Anyone but Bennett. And that is what we did. Why Bob Bennett, you may ask? Well, like I mentioned, most people presume that Utah is one of the reddest of all red states. But actually, the truth is Republicans there routinely elect extremely moderate Republicans. and Bob Bennett is the poster child. Out of this project, we founded UtahRising.org, where we connected like-minded organizations statewide to create a coalition by which we're able to connect, inform each other on what's going on, and carry out such projects. We spent the better part of 6 months holding bi-weekly conference calls with leadership around the state, educating citizens on how to become a state and county delegate. I created a YouTube video that explained Utah's unique delegate system. Caucus night came, and we all took a deep breath. Because 3 years ago at caucus, only about 25,000 citizens showed up across the state. But boy, did we have a victory. 80,000 citizens from across the state of Utah came out to their caucus meetings and were elected as state and county delegates. And of those elected, 80% had never, ever been a delegate before. So indeed, we made a profound impact across the state. And then the day came, Saturday, May 8th, state convention, and we ousted Bob Bennett in the second round. And I'll tell you what, it was like winning the Super Bowl for politics. It was incredible, and we were so proud. We were elated, and it was a lot of hard work, and we made that happen. And we awoke the next morning with all the political pundits around the country on Sunday scrambling, not understanding what had occurred, because this actually hasn't happened in the Republican Party for over 70 years now. Then our next victory and challenge came up. We had 2 challengers in a primary, and we helped now Senator Mike Lee get elected. Myself and 30 other Tea Party leaders endorsed Mike Lee. We sent out a press release worldwide. Within days to follow, he received the endorsement of Ron Paul. Jim DeMint raised him a lot of money. He got an endorsement by the Tea Party Express and a number of other great organizations. And then just a few days later, he was actually beat his challenger in the primary and went on to win in the general election by a great margin. What we've learned of all of this is that we all came together with very little, in fact, none of us really had any activist prior experience, very little political background, and we proved this is what happens when ordinary citizens care enough to stand up and do something. Thank you so much. Enjoy CPAC. Get involved.